and the market cap is $24.48 million. This could be one to watch for a potential breakout, especially with the increased social chatter. It's showing momentum, but remember to do your due diligence before entering any position. Okay, here's a market analysis based on the provided data. Monkey is currently trading at 0.000775 with a market cap of 751,718 and a 24-hour volume of 278,060.06, showing some activity. Liquidity is at 95,750.93. A key point is that the top 10 holders control 20.68% of the supply, which isn't excessively concentrated but worth monitoring. Now looking at CNNQ XI, EWFC 9 MDBR PSI RNWJA UV mile NA RWEM 8 HEGIS 7 bonk. The price is 0.00005880215473777056, with a market cap of 57,616.53. Circulating at 979,837,033.88 tokens and 803 holders. It's fully diluted with a FDV of 57,616.53. The contract is open source and doesn't appear to be a honeypot or mintable, which is positive. However, the contract is flagged with a warning due to renunciation concerns. Okay, here's a market analysis for AIR3. The current price is 0.00044445 USD with a market cap of 432,067, ranking it at 4937. We're seeing a slight dip today with a 2.01% price decrease and a 1.91% drop in market cap, bringing the 24-hour volume to 5,308.09. The circulating supply is 971,540,480.1.156265 against a max supply of 1 billion. It's worth noting the all-time high was 0.00054046, which is 17.74% above the current price. Looking at inflation, it's been flat over the past 360,180 and 90 days, but we've seen a small increase of 0.09% over the last 30 days, followed by a 0.09% decrease in the last 24 hours. Longer term, the price has seen significant gains of 93.56% over the last 360,180 and 90 days, but the last 30 days show a 6.84% decline and a 2.71% decrease in the last 24 hours. Overall, while longer-term performance is positive, recent price action indicates a short-term bearish trend. Okay, here's a market analysis for ADA based on the provided data. ADA is currently trading at 0.748264 USD, with a market cap of 27,055,637,630, placing it at rank 11. The 24-hour volume is substantial at 1,175,263,307, and we've seen a 2.00236% price increase and a 2.3306% increase in market cap over the last 24 hours. Circulating supply is 36,148,223,228.69994 against a total, and max supply of 45 billion, while the all-time high was 3.09 recorded on September 2, 2021. The current price is down 75.696% from that peak. Inflation over the last year has been relatively low, with 360-day inflation at 1.68%, decreasing to 0.09% over the last 24 hours. Looking at longer-term price and market cap changes, we see a 67.39% increase year over year, but a 31.48% decrease over the past 180 days. However, the last 90 days show a strong recovery, with a 23% increase in market cap and a 22.37% price increase. USDC absolutely led the pack in trading volume yesterday, clocking in at over 3.5 billion USD. That's not surprising. Really, stablecoins like USDC are the on-ramp and off-ramp for most crypto activity, and when markets are a bit uncertain, people tend to move to stablecoins. Compare that to Bitcoin, which saw around 247,000 USD in volume, a huge difference, and it really highlights USDC's role as the liquidity backbone. Ethereum's volume was significantly higher, at 6.3 million USD, but still dwarfed by USDC, showing that even with active DeFi use, the need for stable base assets remains paramount. Looking a bit deeper, we see Ethereum's tech rating is a B, which is respectable, but its performance rating is a D that suggests a strong underlying technology, but current market conditions aren't exactly rewarding it. Alright, let's talk about what's moving right now. Here are 5 tokens getting buzz. 1 BTC Bitcoin rank 1, still the king naturally. Institutional interest and the upcoming halving are driving things. 2 Ethereum rank 2. Dencun upgrade is live, lowering fees. That's attracting users back. 3 Solana rank 3. Continues to show resilience and innovation. Developers are building quickly there. 4 BNB Binance Coin rank 4. Binance ecosystem strength and various use cases keep it relevant. 5 XRP Ripple rank 5. Ongoing legal developments and potential partnerships are fueling speculation. These are the ones people are watching closely. Remember to do your own research before making any moves. Okay, let's break down the latest listings. We've got WLFI, 69 cents, rank 3301, 4.3 M dollars volume. HOODOG 0.0000000038, rank 3472, $919 K volume. DASHFUN 0.0004, rank 5394, $1.08 K volume. Baby BFT 0.001, rank 3869. $203 K volume, and DOGCOIN 0.0000000000018, rank 9164 $0 volume. All launched 7/16/2025, signaling a wave of new, smaller cap projects hitting the market. These additions offer opportunities but demand extra diligence due to their nascent stage and varying liquidity. Be cautious and research thoroughly before diving in. All right, team, seeing some interesting activity on Solana. GOODRUDI with a 500 is definitely getting pushed hard. Then we've got a cluster of 1010s FLOWAI, UNI, and TAKI Grok companions, likely early hype or marketing spend. The TAKI at 3030 suggests fresh momentum. With risk appetite up, these could run, but watch for rug pulls, especially with maxed boosts. Most mentioned ticker on X is MUBARAKH. Price is holding steady at 0.0019908. We're seeing a modest 0.11% gain hour over hour and a slight 0.02% increase on the 24-hour chart. Volume is pretty active at $126.17 million, pushing the market capitalization to $2.01 million. Keep an eye on unlock events, though currently there's no scheduled unlock date available. The ticker that is increasing mentions on X is RUDI. This one's showing serious momentum, jumping 7 spots in mentions. The price action is explosive, up 62.09% in the last hour. Volume is at $13.88 million, indicating strong buying pressure. Market cap sits at $6.41 million. This looks like a potential breakout candidate, but remember to do your due diligence before jumping in. It's showing a big pump, so manage your risk carefully. This could be a quick flip or a longer-term play, depending on fundamentals. All right, team, let's talk Bitcoin's supply. There's been chatter about whether that 21 million coin limit could ever be tweaked. It's a classic question, right? Like trying to change the rules mid-game. Historically, folks have tried to mess with that hard cap, but it's proven seriously difficult. Think of it like trying to turn a supertanker, a lot of inertia. The core thing is Bitcoin's built on that scarcity. It's a key feature, the main selling point. Any attempt to change it, that's a big risk. It's like pulling the rug out from under the whole market. So while the idea of altering the cap pops up now and then, actually doing it, it's a heavy lift. It's why Bitcoin remains the apex predator. That fixed supply is a huge part of its appeal. We're seeing that play out in real time, folks. Keep your eyes peeled. The market spent the current week largely bought up, showing consistent greed. However, we've seen a cooling trend in the last few days. It's like a rally losing steam. The shift from neutral earlier in the week suggests buyers are tiring. This isn't a crash signal, but a potential pause before the next leg. Expect some consolidation. USDC absolutely led the pack in trading volume yesterday, clocking in at over 3.6 billion USD. That's nearly 10 times the volume of the next highest mover. That kind of activity isn't surprising, though, because USDC is a stable coin. People are constantly moving in and out of it as they trade other assets or seek a safe haven. Compare that to Bitcoin, which saw around 248,000 USD in volume, a significant difference naturally. While Bitcoin is the original crypto, its volume suggests investors aren't currently making big directional bets on it, unlike the constant flow through a utility coin like USDC. Looking closer, Bitcoin has a respectable B+ overall rating from Weiss and a strong A for its technology. However, its D performance rating is a red flag. That suggests solid underlying tech, but it hasn't translated into gains recently. All right, let's talk about what's buzzing right now. Here are 5 tokens getting attention in the crypto community. 1 BTC Bitcoin rank 1, still the king naturally. People see it as safe haven with recent economic news. 2 Ethereum rank 2, the merge is done and people are anticipating future upgrades. 3 Solana rank 5, faster transactions and lower fees are attracting developers and users. 4 XRP Ripple rank for the SEC case is ongoing, but sentiment is positive with each development. 5 ADA Cardano rank 8. Continued development and focus on real-world applications are drawing interest. These are the ones I'm watching closely. Remember, trends change quickly, so do your own research. All right, let's talk new listings. We've got a fresh batch hitting the market today. First up is WLFI, 69 cents, rank 3301, 4.3 M dollars volume, a new project launch gaining traction. We also see HOODOG, 3.85 E $10, rank 3471, $919 K volume. DASHFUN 0.0004, rank 5389, $1.08 K volume, and Baby BFT 0.001, rank 3875, $197 K volume, all new projects. Interestingly, even DOGCOIN, rank 9164, 1.83 E13, $0 volume, made a debut yesterday. This influx of smaller caps suggests increased speculative activity and potential opportunities, but remember, high risk, high reward. All right, team, seeing some interesting activity on Solana. TAKI with a 500 boost is massive, likely aggressive marketing pushing it. Then we have Bridge, maxed at 100. WSB and SUPERGROK both at 1010 suggest early hype, but low total boosts. That 260 total on TAKI is a red flag, could be a visibility grab. Overall, risk appetite is high, so these pumps can run, but be careful. Most mentioned ticker on X is OIK. Currently trading at 0.05022, it's showing modest gains of 0.01% over the last hour and 0.05% over the past 24 hours. Volume is robust at $364.95 million, supporting a market capitalization of $10.11 million. Keep an eye on unlock events, though details are currently unavailable. The ticker that is increasing mentions on X is RUDI. This one's a mover, jumping 3 spots in mentions. It's showing a significant hourly pump of 31.15%, trading at 0.005443. Volume is coming in at $14.12 million with a market cap of $5.44 million. This is a low float play showing some serious momentum, but be aware of the inherent risks with these types of moves. It's a volatile situation and requires careful monitoring. Consider this a potential runner, but manage your risk accordingly. The current price of BNB is 694.22, showing a solid market presence with a market capitalization of 96.7 billion. Trading activity is healthy, evidenced by a 24-hour volume of $1.98 billion. This suggests continued investor interest and liquidity for BNB. It's a significant asset within the crypto space, maintaining a strong position despite market fluctuations. Monitoring volume and capitalization will be key to assessing future performance. All right, team, listen up. There's a play developing in Washington we need to track. This new bill, the Digital Asset Market Clarity Act, isn't a home run, let's be real, but it's the best card we've been dealt so far. The key here is establishing the US as the place for digital asset rules. Think of it as setting the exchange, controlling the order flow. It's not about perfection right now, it's about getting something across the finish line. This summer is crucial. If Congress doesn't act, we risk losing ground to other markets. We need to be the ones writing the rules of the game, not reacting to them. It's a bit messy, sure, but a win is a win. We're looking at a potential long-term hold if this passes, setting the stage for future growth. Keep your eyes peeled. Market sentiment has shifted this week. We opened in neutral territory, but bulls quickly took charge. Greed has been the dominant emotion for the last few days. This suggests a potential overextended rally. However, the sustained greed indicates conviction. Traders should watch for signs of exhaustion or a pullback. It's a risky time to chase gains. A consolidation period might be healthy. USDC absolutely led the pack in trading volume yesterday, clocking in at over 3.6 billion USD traded in the last 24 hours. That's a massive figure, and it really highlights its role as a primary on-ramp and off-ramp for traders moving in and out of crypto. Contrast that with Bitcoin, which saw around 250,000 USD in volume, a significant difference, of course, but indicative of a different use case. While Bitcoin is often viewed as a store of value, USDC is actively used in trading, explaining that disparity in daily activity. Looking at the Weiss ratings, we see Bitcoin has a respectable B plus overall and a strong A for technology. However, its D performance rating is a bit of a red flag. Ethereum, with a B overall and similar performance, also shows weakness in recent gains. All right, let's talk about what's moving right now. Here are 5 tokens getting buzz. 1 Sol Solana rank 5. People are liking its speed and lower fees compared to Ethereum. 2 BTC Bitcoin rank 1, still king. The ETF approvals are driving serious interest. 3 Ethereum rank 2. The merge is done and people are anticipating future upgrades. 4 ADA Cardano rank 9. Continued development and a focus on sustainability are attracting investors. 5 XRP Ripple rank 3. The ongoing SEC case is always a catalyst. Positive news moves the price. These tokens are all seeing attention for different reasons. Bitcoin remains a safe haven. Solana offers a fast alternative. Ethereum is building for the future. Cardano focuses on a different approach. And XRP is riding the news cycle. Keep an eye on volume. All right, let's talk new listings. We've got WLFI 0.697 rank 3301 4.3 dollars volume. HOODOG 3.90 $10 rank 3471 $920 K volume. DISHFUN 0.0004 rank 5386 $1.08 K volume. Baby BFT 0.001 rank 3877 $196 K volume. And DOGCOIN 1.74 $13 rank 4102 $107 K volume, all hitting the boards today, likely new project launches. This influx of smaller cap altcoins suggests increased risk appetite among traders. Keep a close eye on volume, that's where the early momentum will show. Remember, these are highly speculative, so manage your position sizes. All right, team, seeing some interesting activity on Solana. JWLESS and Useful, both at 1010, suggest fresh, aggressive pushes, likely marketing spend. RUDI is similar. DOLLARCOIN at 1030 feels different. But TAKI with 500, that's massive. Either a whale is seriously backing it or it's a coordinated visibility grab. Be careful out there. Okay, let's break down BOG 2004 PEPE. The current price is 0.000024, with a market cap of around $23,870 and a 24-hour volume of 49,127.72, backed by liquidity of 19,261.23. There are 3,381 holders, and the circulating supply is 999,687,897.72, very close to the total supply of 999,692,927.86. The fully diluted valuation is approximately 23,871.93. Token analysis reveals a recent price decline, with a 24-hour variation of almost 50%, and the 6-hour variation is 27.64%. While the audit confirms it's open source, not a honeypot, and not mintable, the contract is flagged with a warning due to renunciation concerns. Top 10 holders control about 20%, which isn't excessively concentrated but should be monitored. Tax information is currently unavailable. Overall, while not a scam, the recent price action and contract warnings suggest caution is advised. All right, team, listen up. We're seeing a real shift in how the game is played. Forget lagging indicators and gut feelings. AI is stepping into the arena. Tools like ChatGPT and Grok aren't just chatbot hype, they're becoming serious edge for day traders. Think of it like this: these AI can scan the market chatter, gauge the sentiment, the fear, and greed way faster than any human. They're picking up on those subtle shifts before they hit the tape. That's key. What's happening is traders are feeding this data into the AI, asking for structured trade plans. It's about taking that raw sentiment and turning it into concrete entry and exit points. It's like having a super-powered scout, identifying opportunities and mapping out the battlefield. This isn't about robots taking over, it's about augmenting your strategy. It's about speed and efficiency, getting ahead of the curve. Market sentiment has shifted from neutral to greedy this week. We've seen buyers step in, pushing prices higher. The sustained greed suggests this isn't just a quick bounce, but a potential trend. However, the market feels fully priced. Traders should watch for signs of exhaustion, as a pullback could catch many off guard. It's a risky time to chase gains. Okay, here's a market analysis for Biddy, considering the provided data. The current price of BIDI is around $0.000218, with a market cap of 218,361 and a 24-hour volume of 3,069,443.48, showing some trading activity. Liquidity sits at 64,483.24. Analyzing the token's price on-chain versus direct prices reveals significant variations over different timeframes. For example, the 5-minute price shows a variation of 4.63%, while the 24-hour price has a dramatic variation of 83.95%. This suggests considerable price volatility. The top 10 holders control 16.87% of the supply, which isn't excessively concentrated but warrants monitoring. Audit results are generally positive, confirming the token is open source, not a honeypot, and not mintable, though it uses a proxy contract. Slippage is fixed and there's no blacklisting. However, the contract is flagged with a warning due to renunciation concerns, so caution is advised. Tax information is currently unavailable. Alright, let's talk about what's moving right now. Here are 5 tokens getting buzz. 1 Sol Solana rank 5. Solana's speed and low fees are attracting developers and users. 2 BTC Bitcoin rank 1, always a safe haven benefiting from broader market optimism. 3 Ethereum rank 2. The upcoming Dencun upgrade is generating excitement. 4 PEPE Pepe rank 3. Meme coin mania is back and Pepe is leading the charge. 5 AVAX Avalanche, rank 10 increased network activity and DeFi growth are key factors. These tokens represent a mix of established players and speculative assets. Overall market sentiment is cautiously optimistic. Remember to do your own research before investing. Alright, let's talk new listings. We've got a fresh batch hitting the market today. First up is WLFI, 0.697, rank 3301, 4.3 M volume. Alongside HOODOG, 3.890, $10, rank 3468, 921K, DASHFUN 0.00042, rank 5377, 1.8 K dollars, Baby BFT 0.001, rank 3880, 192K dollars. And DOGCOIN 1.74 $13, rank 4103, 108K dollars. These all launched on or around July 16, 2025, likely signaling increased platform activity and a push for broader altcoin exposure. Seeing this influx suggests the market is hungry for new opportunities, but always remember to do your research before diving in. Okay, here's a market analysis for NIGGBONK based on the provided data. The current price is around 0.000466, with a market cap of $465,971 and a 24-hour volume of $934,342.07. Liquidity stands at 86,283.44. We have nearly 1,179 holders for a circulating supply of 999,975,985.95. The fully diluted valuation matches the current market cap at $462,782.08. Looking at price variations, we see a significant drop over time. The 5-minute price shows a small variation, but the 1-hour price is down 4.27%, 6-hour down 24.32%, and the 24-hour price is down a substantial 44.5%. Top 10 holders control 22.39% of the supply, which is a bit high and could present some centralization risk. The contract is open source and doesn't appear to be a honeypot or mintable, which is positive. However, the contract is flagged with a warning due to renunciation concerns. Most mentioned ticker on X is MUBRAKH. Currently trading at 0.002016, we're seeing a slight uptick up 0.11% over the last hour and 0.18% on the day. Volume is robust at $127.36 million, supporting a market capitalization of $2.02 million. Keep an eye on unlock events, though currently none are scheduled. The ticker that is increasing mentions on X is FRAG. This one's making moves, jumping 11 spots in mentions. While it's down 4.81% in the last hour, we've seen a solid 5.36% gain over the last 24 hours. Volume is at $15.94 million with a market cap of $9.28 million. This increased chatter suggests potential volatility, a good one to watch for a quick scalp or swing trade. It's showing some momentum despite the short-term dip. All right, team, listen up. So Buterin's throwing out some interesting ideas about how these layer 2s should be built. Basically, he's saying keep it simple, stupid kiss principle, you know? It's a response to this guy Chaskin suggesting layer 1s just become layer 2s, a pretty radical thought. Buterin's leaning towards minimalism in L2 design. Think lean code, fewer features, just the essentials. It's about efficiency, reducing complexity, and making these scaling solutions actually work long term. We're talking about building stuff that's robust and can handle real volume, not just hype. He's basically saying don't overbuild, don't try to cram everything into these layer 2s. Focus on what they need to do and do it well. It's a smart play, less to break, easier to upgrade, and a smoother experience for users. This could be a big shift in how we see L2 development going forward. Market sentiment has shifted from neutral to greedy this week. We've seen a clear move from cautious positioning to buyers stepping in. The market appears to be chasing gains, though early in the week it was testing the waters. This sustained greed suggests a potential for continued upside, but traders should watch for signs of exhaustion. It's a risk on environment right now. USDC absolutely led the charge in trading volume yesterday, clocking in at over 3.5 billion USD traded in the last 24 hours. That's a massive figure and really speaks to its role as a stablecoin people are moving in and out of crypto positions, and USDC is the preferred on-ramp and off-ramp. Contrast that with Bitcoin, which saw around 243,000 USD in volume, a drop in the bucket comparatively. While Bitcoin is the original crypto, its volume suggests traders are currently focused on liquidity and preserving capital rather than speculative plays in Bitcoin itself. Looking a little deeper, Bitcoin's B+ overall rating from Weiss is respectable, and its A tech grade indicates a solid foundation. However, that D performance rating is a clear warning sign. Ethereum, with a B overall and similar performance grade, isn't faring much better. All right, let's talk about what's moving right now. Here are 5 tokens getting buzz. 1 Sol Solana rank 5. Solana's speed and low fees are attracting developers and users. 2 BTC Bitcoin rank 1. Bitcoin is always relevant. Recent ETF approvals are driving institutional interest. 3 Ethereum rank 2. Ethereum's upcoming upgrades and continued dominance in DeFi are key. 4 ADA Cardano rank 8. Cardano's focus on research and scalability is gaining traction. 5 BNB rank 4. Binance's ecosystem and token utility continue to support BNB's value. These coins are all benefiting from broader market optimism and specific developments within their networks. It's a dynamic space, so staying informed is crucial. All right, let's talk new listings. We've got WLFI 0.706, rank 3302, 4.3 M dollars volume. HOODOG 0.0000000000039, rank 3468, $921 K. DASHFUN 0.00042, rank 5377, $1.08 K. Baby BFT 0.001, rank 3879. $191 K, and DOGCOIN 0.00000000000000128, rank 4095, $109 K, all hitting the boards today, likely due to new project launches or exchange debuts. Seeing this influx, especially with a range of price points, suggests increased platform activity and potential opportunities for both quick flips and longer-term holds. Keep a close eye on volume, that's where the real action will be. All right, team, seeing some interesting activity on Solana. GALLO and Grok 4 both hitting 1010 boosts, aggressive marketing likely. Retarded and JWLESS also maxed pure hype grabs. TAKI at 10510 suggests sustained, if not frantic, boosting. With risk appetite up, these are short-term plays, manage accordingly. All right, team, listen up. There's a potential game changer brewing in DC. This Clarity Act is hitting the wires, and it's looking like it could finally give us some solid ground rules for crypto. Think of it as a potential breakout pattern, right? We've been trading in a range of uncertainty for ages. This isn't about killing the rally, though. It's aiming to balance things, letting innovation breathe, but also putting in some guardrails to protect investors. Basically, it's about bringing some order to the market, which, let's be real, we could all use. It's still early days, so we need to watch how this plays out, but it could be a big deal for the whole space, a potential catalyst for longer-term growth. Keep your eyes peeled because this one could move the needle. It's about turning down the volatility and bringing in more mainstream adoption. Let's see if this can turn into a sustained uptrend. The market spent the current week largely bought up, showing consistent greed. However, we've seen a cooling trend from peak greed earlier in the week. This suggests traders are starting to take some chips off the table. The shift from neutral readings last week indicates a recent surge in optimism, but the leveling off now implies we might be entering a consolidation phase. It's a signal to watch for potential pullbacks as excessive greed rarely lasts. USDC absolutely led the pack in trading volume yesterday, clocking in at over 3.5 billion USD. That's a huge number and really speaks to its role as a stable coin. People are constantly moving in and out of crypto and need a safe harbor for their funds. Compare that to Bitcoin, which saw around 244,000 USD in volume, a significant difference, of course. But it highlights that USDC isn't being invested in so much as USD performance rating, which is concerning. All right, let's talk about what's moving right now. Here are 5 tokens getting buzz. 1 BTC Bitcoin rank 1, still the king naturally. Institutional buying and ETF anticipation are driving things. 2 Ethereum rank 2. The Dencun upgrade is a big deal. Lower fees should boost activity. 3 Solana rank 3. Fast transactions and growing DeFi are attracting developers and users. 4 ADA Cardano rank 4. Continued development and a focus on real-world applications keep it relevant. 5 XRP Ripple rank 5. Legal clarity is improving, and that's a positive for the token. These are the names everyone is watching. Remember to do your own research before investing. Market conditions can change quickly. Okay, let's break down the latest listings. We've got WLFI, 70 cents, rank 3302, 4.3 M dollars volume. HOODOG 0.0000000004, rank 3469, $921 K. DASHFUN 0.0004, rank 5377, $1.08 K. Baby BFT 0.001, rank 3882, $191 K. And DOGCOIN 0.00000000000001, rank 4088, $112 K, all hitting the boards today, likely new project launches or exchange debuts. This influx of smaller caps suggests increased risk appetite among traders. Keep a close eye on volume, that's where the early momentum will show. Remember, these are highly speculative, so manage your position size. All right, team, seeing some interesting activity on Solana. TAKI is getting pushed 10.530 boost suggests ongoing marketing, but watch volume. Grok 4s and GALLOs both at 1010 are screaming early hype. That 260 total on TAKI is odd, could be strategic visibility grabs. Risk appetite is up, but proceed cautiously. Most mentioned ticker on X is OIK. Currently trading at 0.0502, we're seeing a slight dip of 0.02% over the last hour, but a marginal gain of 0.01% over the last 24 hours. Volume is robust at $364.33 million, indicating strong interest, and the market cap sits at $10.11 million. Keep an eye on any potential unlocks, though details are currently unavailable. The ticker that is increasing mentions on X is RUDI. This one's showing serious momentum, jumping 10 spots in mentions. The price is currently at 0.009297 with a substantial hourly gain of 42.17%. 24-hour data is currently unavailable, but the $16.03 million volume suggests a significant move. With a market cap of $9.3 million, RUDI is definitely one to watch for potential breakouts or a quick pump and dump. It's exhibiting high volatility, so manage your risk accordingly. All right, team, listen up. We're seeing a major shift in how the bad actors are moving money. It's not just about single chains anymore. They're leveraging cross-chain tools, bridges, DEXs, those coin swap platforms to really muddy the waters. We're talking about over $21.8 billion in illicit funds being washed around across multiple blockchains. That's a 200% jump in just 2 years. Think of it like this: they used to funnel cash through one exchange, easy to track. Now they're bouncing it between chains, making it a real headache to follow the flow. This isn't just about privacy, this is about actively obscuring the source and destination of funds. It's a clear escalation in their tradecraft. We need to be extra vigilant, watch those cross-chain movements, and tighten up our risk assessments. This is a developing situation, so stay frosty and keep those eyes peeled. The market has been largely chasing upside this week. We've moved from neutral territory to sustained greed, suggesting buyers are confidently steering the ship. However, the lack of significant movement in the greed readings hints at a potential pause. It feels like we're consolidating gains rather than breaking out. A pullback wouldn't be surprising, but the overall tone remains bullish for now. USDC absolutely led the charge in trading volume yesterday, clocking in at over 3.5 billion USD. That's not surprising at all. Really, stable coins always see massive activity as traders move in and out of positions, and as a safe haven during market dips. Contrast that with Bitcoin, which saw around 245,000 USD in volume, a huge difference. While Bitcoin is the original crypto, its volume suggests people aren't necessarily trading it aggressively right now, but rather holding or accumulating. Looking at the Weiss ratings, we see Bitcoin has a solid B+ overall with a particularly strong A for its technology. However, its D performance rating is a bit concerning. Ethereum, with a B overall, shares a similar performance score, but its tech is rated a B. This suggests Ethereum might have more immediate development momentum, while Bitcoin relies more on its established network effect. All right, let's talk about what's moving right now. Here are 5 tokens getting buzz. 1 BTC Bitcoin rank 1, still the king naturally. Institutional interest and the halving are driving things. 2 Ethereum rank 2. Dencun upgrade excitement and real-world asset tokenization are key. 3 Solana rank 3. Fast transactions and growing DeFi activity continue to attract users. 4 BNB Binance Coin rank 4. Utility within the Binance ecosystem and ongoing burns support the price. 5 XRP Ripple rank 5. Legal clarity and potential partnerships are fueling optimism. These are the names everyone's watching. Remember to do your own research before making any moves. The market is always shifting. All right, let's talk new listings. We've got 5 fresh tokens today. WLFI 71 cents, rank 3302, 4.38 M dollars volume. HOODOG 4.44 E10, rank 3469, $924 K volume. DASHFUN 0.00044, rank 5371, $1.86 K volume. Baby BFT 0.0011, rank 3880, $192 K volume. And DOGCOIN 1.04 E13, rank 4085, $112 K volume. All listed 7/16/2025, these represent a mix of new project launches and potentially wider exchange availability. Seeing this volume spread suggests traders are actively exploring smaller caps, but proceed with caution. These are high-risk, high-reward opportunities. All right, team, seeing some interesting activity. Chad and Ski Mask TOSHI, both hitting 10-10 boosts classic early hype plays, likely marketing pushes. PLUMBUS, at 500 is massive, either a coordinated blitz or organic explosion. TAKI with 10-540 suggests initial boost, then fading watch volume. Solana's getting attention, so risk appetite's there, but always DYOR. Most mentioned ticker on X is BR. Currently trading at 0.07162, we're seeing a slight dip down 0.09% over the last hour and 0.22% on the day. Volume is robust at $1.71 billion, but the market cap sits at a modest $15.07 million. Keep an eye on the unlock scheduled in 247 days. $9.4 million worth of shares hitting the market could introduce some overhead pressure. The ticker that is increasing mentions on X is CRCLX. This one's making a move, jumping 24 spots in mentions. Price action is relatively flat hour over hour at 0.02%, but we've seen a 1.24% decline over the past 24 hours. Volume is coming in at $13.43 million, with a market cap of $3.63 million. This increased chatter combined with the price movement suggests potential volatility, a name to watch for a possible breakout or breakdown. It's showing some momentum, but still relatively small cap, so trade with caution. The market spent the current week largely bought up, showing sustained greed. However, we've seen a cooling trend in the last few days. It's like a rally losing steam. The shift from neutral earlier in the week suggests some profit taking is occurring. While not a full reversal, it's a signal to watch for potential consolidation or a pullback. It's a good time to be cautious. USDC absolutely led the pack in trading volume yesterday, clocking in at almost 3.6 billion USD. That's not surprising. Really, stablecoins like USDC always see huge numbers as traders move in and out of positions, and it's the go-to for preserving capital during volatility. Compare that to Bitcoin, which had around 245,000 USD in volume, a massive difference naturally. While Bitcoin is the original crypto, it's clearly being used more as a longer-term hold right now, rather than something people are actively trading throughout the day based on these numbers. Looking at the WISE ratings, we see a bit of a divergence between these two. Bitcoin has a respectable B+ overall with a strong A in technology, suggesting a solid foundation. However, its D in performance is a clear warning sign it hasn't been delivering the returns investors might expect. Okay, let's talk about what's moving right now. Here are 5 tokens getting a lot of buzz. 1 BTC Bitcoin rank 1, still the king, people always flock to it during uncertainty. 2 Ethereum rank 2, the upgrade narrative keeps driving interest. 3 Sol Solana rank 3, fast transactions and growing DeFi ecosystem are attracting users. 4 ADA Cardano rank 4, continued development and real-world applications are building momentum. 5 XRP, Ripple rank 5, the ongoing legal case continues to generate attention and speculation. These are the ones I'm seeing discussed most frequently. Remember to do your own research before making any decisions. The market is volatile. All right, let's talk new listings. We've got WLFI 0.707 rank 3302 $4.3 M volume. HOODOG 4.5E $10, rank 3472, $924 K, DISHFUN 0.00046, rank 5359, $1.09 K, Baby BFT 0.001, rank 3893, $186 K. And DOGCOIN 1.04 E$13, rank 4082, $112 K, all hitting the boards today, July 16, 2025. These appear to be mostly new project launches, expanding the altcoin landscape. Seeing this volume across several lower-ranked tokens suggests increased risk appetite among traders. Keep a close eye on these early movers can sometimes offer big returns, but remember to do your research. All right, team, seeing some interesting activity on Solana. MEKUNA is getting serious push with a 501,000 looks like sustained effort. Chad with 1010, that's a visibility grab, pure and simple. TAKI at 10560 is a low-effort play. In this risk on climate, these boosts can move prices, but always DYOR. Most mentioned ticker on X is CATI. We're seeing some serious volume on CATI right now, 100.74 million, pushing it up 4.75% in the last hour and a massive 27% on the day. Price is currently at 0.1075 with a market cap of $32.7 million. Keep an eye on the next unlock of $1.45 million in about 65 days that could add some interesting dynamics. The ticker that is increasing mentions on X is LUMIA. LUMIA is making a move up 21 spots in mentions. While it's down slightly in the last hour 0.38%, it's showing a solid 10.08% gain over the last 24 hours. Trading volume is at $13.02 million with a market cap of $23.8 million. This one's showing increased chatter, worth a look to see if momentum continues. It's a potential runner, but watch for confirmation. All right, chat, listen up. We've got some serious movement on BitMine. Looks like Peter Thiel just dropped a 9% stake into the company. That's a whale sizing up a position, folks. Immediately, the stock is ripping higher in after-hours trading. Classic buy the rumor, potentially buy the news situation unfolding. This is a textbook example of how smart money can inject liquidity and move a stock. Keep an eye on the volume, see if this holds. It could be a short squeeze brewing. We're watching to see if this is a breakout or just a pump. Definitely something to add to the watch list. Let's see if this momentum carries over into tomorrow's open. This could be a quick flip opportunity. The market spent the current week largely bought up, showing consistent greed. However, we've seen a cooling trend late in the week. This suggests traders are taking some profits after a run-up. Earlier in the week, it felt like a clear buy-the-dip environment. Now the market is testing the waters. The shift from neutral to greed, then a slight pullback, indicates caution is building. It's no longer a runaway train, but a market gently navigating potential headwinds. USDC absolutely led the pack in trading volume yesterday, clocking in at over 3.6 billion USD. That's roughly 7 times the volume of the next busiest coin. It's not surprising, really, as stable coins like USDC always see heavy action. People are constantly moving in and out of crypto, and they need a safe harbor to park their funds. Compare that to Bitcoin, which saw around 246,000 USD in volume, a significant drop-off. While Bitcoin is the original crypto, its volume suggests traders are currently prioritizing liquidity and stability over speculative plays, and USDC perfectly fills that role. Looking at the WISE ratings, we see Bitcoin has a respectable B+ overall with a strong A for tech. However, its D performance rating is a bit of a red flag. Ethereum, with a B overall, shares a similar performance score, but its tech is only a B. All right, let's talk about what's moving right now. Here are 5 tokens getting buzz. 1 BTC Bitcoin rank 1, still the king naturally. Institutional buying and ETF anticipation are driving things. 2 Ethereum rank 2. The merge is complete and people are watching for continued benefits. 3 Solana rank 5, recovering nicely from last year's issues and showing strong development activity. For Ada Cardano, Rank 8 continued upgrades and a focus on real-world applications are attracting attention. 5 XRP Ripple Rank 10. The SEC case is ongoing, but positive developments boost sentiment. Generally, we're seeing a bit of risk on behavior as people look for the next opportunity. These 5 are consistently mentioned in trading circles. All right, let's talk new listings. We've got 5 fresh tokens today. WLFI 0.706, rank 3304, $4.3 volume. HOODOG 4.670, $10, rank 3474, $925 K. DASHFUN 0.00046, rank 5360, $1.09 K. Baby BFT 0.001, rank 3896, $185 K. And DOGCOIN 1.05 E13, rank 4082, $112 K. These all launched on or around July 16, 2025, likely representing new project debuts and increased platform activity. Seeing this volume, even with some micro caps, signals potential trader interest in discovering the next breakout, but remember, always do your research. All right, team, seeing some interesting activity on Solana. That TAKI is getting some boosts. A 10,570 suggests a visibility play, maybe early hype. But MEKUNA with 501,000, that's consistent effort, likely building community. Watch for volume. Lots of boosts don't always equal gains. Right now, meme coins are hot, so anything grabbing attention is worth a glance. Most mentioned ticker on X is Res. We're seeing some serious volume, $192.99 million, pushing this one up 46.46% in the last 24 hours. Price is currently at 0.01519, though it's off 1.39% in the last hour. Market cap sits at $40.55 million. Keep an eye on unlock dates, though we don't have specifics on that right now. It's a penny stock, so volatility is the name of the game. The ticker that is increasing mentions on X is EASE. This one's jumping up the charts, a 27 spot increase in mentions. Price is at 0.3582 with a market cap of $54.83 million. Volume is at $31.32 million. We're lacking hourly and 24-hour percentage changes right now, but the increased chatter suggests some momentum is building. It's a potential breakout candidate. All right, team, listen up. We're looking at a potential regime change here in the crypto space. Bitcoin dominance, that's Bitcoin's share of the total market cap, could be topping out. A respected analyst, Matthew Hyland, is putting it pretty bluntly. He's saying there's a 99% chance we've seen the peak if Ethereum keeps running. Basically, if Ether continues this bullish move, money's likely flowing out of Bitcoin and into Ethereum. We're talking a possible shift in market leadership. It's a classic case of rotation, folks. Money doesn't just disappear, it moves to where it sees better potential. Keep a close eye on this. If Ethereum confirms this uptrend, we could see Bitcoin losing ground. It's not necessarily a bad thing for the overall market, just a realignment of power. We need to be ready to adjust our positions accordingly. Don't get caught flat-footed. Watch the charts, manage your risk, and let's see how this plays out. The market briefly dipped its toes into neutral territory early in the week, but buyers stepped in, pushing sentiment firmly back into greed. We've seen sustained optimism, though it feels like a consolidation phase now. Traders are holding positions, not aggressively building. A potential pullback could offer a better entry point, but for now, the trend favors the bulls. USDC absolutely led the pack in trading volume yesterday, clocking in at over 3.6 billion USD, which is roughly 6 times the volume of the next busiest coin. That coin is XRP, which saw around 1.67 billion USD traded in the last 24 hours. It's not surprising to see stablecoins like USDC leading in volume. Especially during times of market uncertainty, people are often moving to stablecoins as a safe haven or using them to deploy capital. XRP's high volume, however, suggests significant activity around the asset itself, perhaps driven by recent news or speculation, though it doesn't necessarily mean bullish sentiment. Looking closer, XRP has a B overall rating from Weiss, with a B in tech and a C for performance. That tech grade isn't bad, but it's definitely not pushing boundaries. Contrast that with Bitcoin, which carries a B plus overall and an impressive A for technology. All right, let's talk about what's moving right now. Here are 5 tokens getting buzz. 1 BTC Bitcoin rank 1, still king naturally. Institutional buying and ETF anticipation are driving things. 2 Ethereum rank 2. The Dencun upgrade is near, lowering fees. That's always a positive. 3 Sol Solana rank 3. Network activity is up and developers are building. Momentum is building. 4 ADA Cardano rank 4. Recent upgrades and partnerships are attracting attention. It's a slow burn. 5 XRP Ripple rank 5. The SEC case continues to be a major driver. Any news moves it. These are the ones people are watching closely right now. Remember to do your own research before making any decisions. Alright, let's talk new listings. We've got 5 fresh tokens hitting the boards today. First up is WLFI, 0.702, rank 3304, 4.3 M dollars volume. Alongside HOODOG 4.21 $10, rank 3474, $927 K, DASHFUN 0.00046, rank 5378, $1.09 K, Baby BFT 0.001, rank 3906. $177 K, and DOGCOIN 1.06 $13, rank 4083, $112 K. These are mostly new project launches, with a few gaining wider exchange access. Seeing this volume across several low-ranked tokens suggests traders are actively seeking out potential early gains, but remember, higher risk often means higher reward, so proceed with caution. Alright team, seeing some interesting activity on Solana. OILCOIN is flashing a perfect 10-10 boost, likely a visibility play or early hype. MEKUNA at 501,000 suggests sustained effort. TAKI repeating at 10,580 is odd. A 580 total is high, but repeated boosts hint at needing constant promotion. With risk appetite up, these could pop, but always DYOR. Most mentioned ticker on X is HAEDAL. Price action is currently showing a slight dip down 0.73% in the last hour, but we're seeing a healthy 24-hour gain of 3.77%. Volume is robust at $71.56 million, indicating strong interest. Market cap sits at $40.91 million. Keep an eye on the unlock scheduled in 104 days. $2.43 million worth of tokens hitting the market could introduce some selling pressure. The ticker that is increasing mentions on X is CRCLX. This $1's making a move up 22 spots in mentions. Price is currently holding steady, up 0.16% in the last hour, although it's down 1.1% over the past 24 hours. Volume is at $13.43 million. With a market cap of $3.64 million, it's a smaller cap play, so volatility could be significant. Momentum seems to be building based on the jump in mentions. Traders are definitely keying in on this one. The market spent the current week largely bought up, showing consistent greed. However, we've seen a cooling trend lately. After starting in greedy territory, sentiment drifted down from a peak, suggesting players are taking some chips off the table. The shift from neutral earlier in the week hints at a possible pullback, but greed remains dominant for now. It's a market holding its breath, waiting for a catalyst. USDC absolutely led the pack in trading volume yesterday, clocking in at over 3.6 billion USD. That's a staggering amount. It's not surprising, really, as stablecoins like USDC are the on-ramp and off-ramp for so much crypto activity. People are constantly moving in and out of positions, and they need a safe haven to park their funds. Compare that to Bitcoin, which saw around 247,000 USD in volume, a huge difference, and a sign that right now, people are prioritizing capital preservation and liquidity over speculative bets on Bitcoin's price. While Bitcoin has a respectable B+ overall Weiss rating, it's the sheer need for stablecoins in the current market that's driving that volume. Okay, let's talk about what's moving right now. Here are 5 tokens getting buzz. 1 Sol Solana rank 5. People are liking its speed and lower fees compared to Ethereum. 2 BTC Bitcoin rank 1. It's Bitcoin, always a safe haven, and the ETF approvals are huge. 3 Ethereum rank 2. The upcoming Dencun upgrade should lower gas fees. 4 AVAX Avalanche rank 10. Fast finality and growing DeFi ecosystem. 5 Pepe rank 28. A meme coin benefiting from overall market optimism. These are all seeing increased volume and social chatter. Remember though, this is crypto, do your own research. Okay, let's break down the newest listings. We've got WLFI, 69 cents, rank 3304, 4.3 M dollars volume. HOODOG 3.73 E $10, rank 3471, $939 K volume. DASHFUN 0.00048, rank 5373, $1.09 K volume. Baby BFT 0.0011, rank 3907. $177 K volume, and DOGCOIN 1.06 E $13, rank 4083, $112 K volume, all hitting the boards today. These appear to be mostly new project launches, seeking initial is aggressively boosted at 10,580, a massive 580 boosts total suggests sustained effort, potentially trying to maintain momentum. Worthless IUD view on Solana at 1020 feels like a visibility grab, maybe trying to raise spark interest. With risk appetite up, these boosts are aiming for quick flips. Most mentioned ticker on X is Strike. Currently trading at $7.36, we're seeing some short-term weakness with a 1-hour dip of 0.94% and a 24-hour decline of 2.64%. Volume is healthy at $99.71 million, suggesting active trading, but the market cap sits at $41.4 million. Keep an eye on any potential catalysts. No unlock date is currently available. The ticker that is increasing mentions on X is SES. This one's showing some bullish momentum, jumping 18 spots in mentions. The price is at 0.006867, up 2.37% in the last hour and 6.41% over the past 24 hours. Volume is at $14.39 million, and the market cap is $18.47 million. This is a micro cap name showing significant percentage gains, so it's one to watch for potential volatility. A definite mover today. All right, team, listen up. We're seeing a bit of preemptive action up in Grosse Pointe Farms, Michigan. They're basically front-running the play on crypto ATMs. No machines are even in the town right now, but they've already dropped regulations. Think of it like setting stop losses before a potential dip. They're requiring registration for any future ATMs plus mandatory warning signs. They're also putting limits on how many kiosks can operate. It's a bit of a defensive maneuver, right? They're trying to control the narrative and mitigate risk before things potentially heat up. It's like they're bracing for volatility. It's a small town play, but it shows some municipalities are thinking ahead about this space. Keep an eye on it, could be a trend. The market spent the current week largely bought the dip, showing sustained greed. However, we've seen a cooling trend as the week progressed. Early exuberance faded, suggesting some profit taking or increased caution. The shift from neutral readings to greed signals a rally, but the recent pullback implies traders are now testing the waters. It's a classic buy the rumor, sell the news dynamic potentially unfolding. USDC absolutely led the charge in trading volume yesterday, clocking in at over 3.6 billion USD. That's almost 10 times the volume of Ethereum, which came in second. It's not surprising to see a stablecoin topping the charts, really. In times of market uncertainty, and we've certainly had plenty of that lately, traders tend to move to the sidelines and park their funds in assets like USDC, providing liquidity and awaiting clearer signals. Contrast that with Bitcoin, which saw around 248,000 USD in volume, a comparatively small number, and indicative of a wait and see approach from Bitcoin holders. Now, looking at the Weiss ratings, Ethereum gets a B overall, with a B for tech and a D for performance. That tech grade suggests solid underlying development, but the performance rating is a real flag. Bitcoin, with a B plus overall, has a strong A tech grade, but also a D for performance. Hello there, it's a pleasure to assist you today. On the 16th of July 2025, the time is currently 12:02 UTC. For those in New York, that's 802 EDT. What crypto questions can I help you with today? I'm ready to dive into the details and provide some clarity. Okay, so check this out. Volume has been kinda choppy, right? We saw a 22% dip in spot trading on centralized exchanges during Q2. That's a pullback, even with Bitcoin trying to run up. It's like the market was consolidating, maybe taking profits. But here's the interesting part. While spot was cooling off those Bitcoin ETFs, they absolutely printed. We're talking a 370% jump in inflows, especially from the big players like BlackRock. That's a serious signal. It looks like the smart money is shifting, moving into these ETFs instead of directly into spot. Basically, institutions are stacking sats through a different vehicle. We could be seeing a rotation here, a change in where the action is. It's a bit of a divergence, and you gotta pay attention to that. Keep your eye on those ETF flows. That's where the real momentum might be building. It's all about following the capital, folks. The market spent the current week largely bought up, showing consistent greed. However, we've seen a cooling trend in the last few days. It feels like traders are taking some chips off the table after a strong run. The shift from neutral earlier in the week suggests a potential pause, but not necessarily a reversal. It's a cautious hold rather than a sell signal right now. USDC absolutely led the pack in trading volume yesterday, clocking in at around 3.6 billion USD. That's vastly more than anything else we're seeing. XRP came in second with over 1.5 billion USD traded, but that still feels quite distant. The sheer volume on USDC tells a story of stability and utility. Traders are clearly using it as a safe harbor or as a bridge between other assets, especially in a market that's been a bit choppy recently. Bitcoin, while still a cornerstone of crypto, only saw around 232,000 USD in volume, which really highlights how different its current role is compared to these stable coins and XRP. Looking closer, USDC doesn't have a WISE rating, which isn't surprising for a stablecoin. The focus isn't on disruptive tech or outperformance, but on maintaining a 1-1 peg. XRP, on the other hand, has a B overall rating, with a B in tech and a C in performance. The current price of Milo, the chunky cat Milo, is $0.000047. It has a market capitalization of $4,751 and liquidity stands at $8,066.43. Trading volume over the last 24 hours reached $13,623.53. It appears to be a very low cap coin, so exercise caution. Alright, let's talk about what's moving right now. Here are 5 tokens getting buzz. 1 BTC Bitcoin rank 1, still the king naturally. Institutional buying and ETF anticipation are driving things. 2 Ethereum rank 2. The merge is done and people are watching for staking rewards. 3 Sol Solana rank 5, recovering nicely from recent issues. Development activity is picking up. 4 XRP Ripple rank 4. The SEC case continues to influence price. Positive news sparks rallies. 5 ADA Cardano rank 9. Ongoing development and upgrades are keeping it on people's radars. These are all established players but seeing renewed interest. Keep an eye on volume and news. Remember, things change quickly. Okay, let's break down the latest listings. We've got WLFI, 69 cents, rank 3305, $4.27 M volume. HOODOG 2.90 $10, rank 3471, $946 K volume. DASHFUN 0.00046, rank 5386, $1.99 K volume. Baby BFT 0.00108, rank 13909. $176 K volume, and DOGCOIN 1.07 $13, rank 4086, $112 K volume, all debuting on or around July 16th. These appear to be a mix of new project launches and smaller cap altcoins gaining exchange access. Seeing this volume spread, especially WLFI, suggests some initial trader interest. Keep an eye on these, but remember higher volume doesn't always equal a solid investment. All right, team, seeing some interesting activity on Solana. BLACKDUCKRWA, and both hitting max 30-30 boosts. That's fresh attention, likely marketing spend. BADRUDI 777Z92, HQQG EVE 312X8 Sifa Kajos BRFFU Mbemi Lakbonk, and at 1010 suggest early hype. Worthless at 1020, well, the name speaks for itself. Be cautious, high boosts don't equal gains. The current price of GPT is $0.000016. It has a market capitalization of $16,739, showing a relatively small market size. Liquidity stands at $20,832.45, which suggests decent but not exceptional trading activity. Over the last 24 hours, the trading volume reached $32,310.37. This indicates moderate interest in GPT, but traders should exercise caution given the low price and relatively small market cap. It's a micro-cap coin with potential for volatility. Most mentioned ticker on X is ICNT. Currently trading at 0.2695, we're seeing a slight dip down 0.56% over the last hour and 1.24% on the day. Volume is robust at $66.53 million, indicating strong interest, but the market cap sits at $45.07 million. Keep an eye on the upcoming unlock of $2.32 million in 17 days that could introduce some supply side pressure. The ticker that is increasing mentions on X is CAT. This one's a mover jumping 7 spots in chatter. It's showing real momentum with a 1.88% gain hourly and a substantial 10.79% surge over the last 24 hours. Volume is at $14.08 million, and the market cap is $54.81 million. This is a low float play showing significant percentage gains, definitely one to watch for potential volatility. It's showing some serious relative strength compared to the broader market. All right, chat, listen up. GameStop CEO Ryan Cohen is dropping some breadcrumbs. He's hinting at crypto payments coming to the platform, not just talk though. Remember that $500 million Bitcoin buy they made? He's straight up saying it was a play against inflation, a way to protect against all the money printing we're seeing globally. It's a classic hedge, right? Like diversifying your portfolio, but with Bitcoin. He's positioning GameStop as more than just games. They're thinking long-term about how people transact. This could be a big signal, a potential catalyst if they roll out actual crypto payments. Keep an eye on this one, could be a sneaky play. It's all about adapting to the market, and GameStop is showing they're at least thinking about it. We'll see if they can execute, but the intention is there. The market spent the current week largely bought up, showing consistent greed. However, we've seen a cooling trend in the last few days. It's as if buyers are taking profit, shifting from aggressive accumulation to cautious observation. The move from neutral early in the week suggests a recent surge in optimism. This isn't a crash, but a potential pause before the next leg up or a more significant correction. Investors are testing the waters. The current price of BADRUDI is 0.0012, showing some activity with a 24-hour volume reaching 2.53 million. Its market cap stands at 1.21 million and liquidity is currently at 134.28 thousand. This suggests a relatively small cap coin with decent, though not massive, trading volume. Investors should proceed with caution and conduct thorough research before considering an investment, given the inherent volatility of smaller market cap cryptocurrencies. USDC absolutely led the pack in trading volume yesterday, clocking in at over 3.5 billion USD. That's significantly higher than anything else we're seeing. XRP came in second with a robust 1.5 billion USD traded, but it's still a massive difference. What we're observing with USDC isn't necessarily bullish on USDC itself, but rather a flight to stability. People are moving funds into a stable coin as they reassess risk in the broader market, and that explains the huge volume. Now, comparing that to Bitcoin, which only saw around 233,000 USD in volume, the contrast is stark. Bitcoin's WISE rating is a solid B+, and its tech is even better at A, indicating a fundamentally sound project. However, its performance rating is a D, which suggests it hasn't been delivering the returns investors expect, and that's likely contributing to people cashing out into something like USDC. All right, let's talk about what's moving right now. Here are 5 tokens getting buzz. 1 BTC Bitcoin rank 1, still the king naturally. Institutional interest and the halving are driving things. 2 Ethereum rank 2. Dencun upgrade is live, lowering fees. That's big for layer 2 activity. 3 Sol Solana rank 3. Network reliability has improved and developers are building fast. 4 WIF Dogwif Hat rank 9. Meme coins are back in favor. Pure speculation mostly, but it's working. 5 PEPE Pepe rank 15, another meme coin benefiting from the overall market optimism. These are seeing volume and attention. Remember though, trading always carries risk. Do your own research. All right, let's talk new listings. We've got 5 fresh tokens hitting the boards. WLFI 67 cents, rank 3307, 4.1 $M volume. HOODOG 0.000000000294, rank 3473, $947 K. DASHFUN 0.00045, rank 5394, $2 K. Baby BFT 0.001, rank 3910, $175 K. And DOGCON 0.0000000000000001, rank 4085, $112 K. These are all new project launches, signaling increased activity in the altcoin space. Seeing this volume across several new listings suggests traders are actively seeking out early opportunities. Be cautious and do your research. These are high-risk, high-reward plays. All right, team, seeing some interesting activity on Solana. BLACKDUCKRWA, and both maxed out at 3030. That's fresh, aggressive push. BADRUDIs and at 1010 likely early hype. Worthless 1020 steer clear. Remember, high boosts don't guarantee gains, just increased visibility. Most mentioned ticker on X is ANI. We're seeing some serious volatility here, folks. The price is currently at 0.0474, down a hefty 11.46% in the last hour. However, that's off a massive 200.75% gain over the last 24 hours. Volume is spiking at $121.36 million, indicating strong, albeit potentially speculative interest. Market cap sits at $47.35 million. Keep an eye on unlock dates, but currently there isn't any information. This one's a real mover, but be cautious, that kind of move suggests a high-risk play. The ticker that is increasing mentions on X is SARM. This one's climbing the charts in terms of social buzz, jumping 4 spots. The price is currently at 0.003759, showing a slight 0.11% gain in the last hour. However, it's down 5.82% over the last 24 hours. Volume is at $14.81 million, and the market cap is $7.52 million. It is a penny stock, so proceed with caution. The market spent the current week largely bought up, showing sustained greed. However, we've seen a cooling trend in the last few days. This suggests traders are starting to take profits. Earlier in the week, it felt like a clear buy the dip environment. Now we're seeing a potential shift. The move from neutral to greed, then back toward neutral, hints at a possible consolidation. It's a sign that the rally may need a breather before attempting another push higher. USDC absolutely led the charge in trading volume yesterday, clocking in at over 3.5 billion USD traded. That's roughly 8 times the volume of the next highest contender. This isn't necessarily about bullish enthusiasm for USDC itself, but rather reflects its role as a primary on-ramp and off-ramp for traders navigating the crypto markets. Compare that to Bitcoin, which saw around 234,000 USD in volume, a significant difference, and indicative of traders prioritizing liquidity and stablecoin positioning right now. While Bitcoin holds a B+ overall rating from Weiss, suggesting solid fundamentals, the low volume points to a pause in speculative buying. Looking closer, Bitcoin's A tech rating is encouraging, meaning the underlying technology is fairly robust. All right, let's talk about what's moving right now. Here are 5 tokens getting buzz. 1 Sol Solana rank 5. People are liking its speed and lower fees compared to Ethereum. 2 BTC Bitcoin rank 1, still the king. ETF approvals are driving a lot of institutional interest. 3 Ethereum rank 2, the base for many projects. Anticipation for future upgrades keeps it solid. 4 AVAX Avalanche rank 10. Fast transactions and growing DeFi ecosystem are attracting attention. 5 PEPE Pepe rank 26. A meme coin, sure, but community hype can move prices quickly. These are all seeing increased volume and discussion. Remember though, it's a volatile market, so do your research. All right, let's talk new listings. We've got 5 fresh tokens hitting the board today. WLFI, 68 cents, rank 3307, 4.1 M dollars volume. HOODOG 3E $10, rank 3471, $948 K. DASHFUN 0.0004, rank 5393, $2.03 K. Baby BFT 0.001, rank 3912, $174 K. And DOGCOIN 1.07 E13, rank 4085, $112 K. These all launched on 7/16/2025, likely representing new project debuts or smaller exchange listings. Seeing this volume across so many new additions suggests increased risk appetite and potential for quick gains or losses, so tread carefully. All right, team, seeing some interesting activity on Solana. That 30/30 and BD 30/30 are fresh hype, likely aggressive marketing pushes. Several others, 1010, 1010, and 777Z92, HQQ Eve 312X8 Sifa Kajos BRFFU Mbemi Lakbonk, BADRUDI 1010, show early stage visibility grabs. High totals and amounts suggest sustained effort, but always DYOR in this market. Risk appetite is up, so these could run but be quick. Most mentioned ticker on X is THE. We're seeing a lot of chatter around this one. Currently trading at 0.4469, it's down slightly in the last hour off 0.27%, but showing a decent 24-hour pump of 10.21%. Volume is heavy at $164.33 million, indicating strong interest, with a market cap sitting at $47.83 million. Keep an eye on unlock events, though. Currently, there's no data on the next unlock date. The ticker that is increasing mentions on X is CRCLX. This $1's making moves up 19 spots in mentions. Currently priced at $202.78, it's showing a modest 0.53% gain in the last hour. However, the 24-hour trend is slightly negative, down 0.2%. Volume is at $13.59 million, and the market cap is $3.67 million. It's a smaller cap stock, so those mentioned increases could signal some momentum. Worth watching for potential breakouts or reversals. Okay, here's a market analysis of HENTAICOIN. The current price is 0.000004, with a market cap around $3,659.61 and a 24-hour volume of 30,328.82. Liquidity stands at $6,751.58. There are 134 holders, and the top 10 control about 5.07% of the supply, which isn't overly concentrated. The circulating supply is 999,837,570.67, very close to the total supply of 999,985,753.49. The fully diluted valuation is around 366015. Looking at the token's price history, it's experienced significant volatility. Over the last 24 hours, the price dropped about 94.77%, while the 6-hour change shows a decrease of 19.47%. The 1-hour change is down 4.01%. A deeper dive into the contract reveals it's open source, not a honeypot, and isn't mintable, but it's using a proxy. While taxes are currently unknown, the contract is flagged with a warning due to renunciation concerns. The market spent the current week largely bought up, showing consistent greed. However, we've seen a cooling trend in the last few days. Earlier in the week, sentiment was fully committed. Now it's backing off the highs. This suggests traders are taking some chips off the table. The shift from neutral at the beginning of the period to greed, then a slight pullback, indicates a potential for consolidation. It's not a panic sell, just a healthy correction after a run. USDC absolutely led the pack in trading volume yesterday, clocking in at almost 3.6 billion USD. That's a really telling sign. It suggests a lot of people are moving to stablecoins, likely as they de-risk or prepare to re-enter the market after recent volatility. Contrast that with Bitcoin, which saw around 236,000 USD in volume, a massive difference. While Bitcoin is the original crypto and still holds a lot of name recognition, the sheer volume in USDC indicates traders are prioritizing capital preservation right now. Looking at the Weiss ratings, we see a bit of the story behind these moves. Bitcoin has a respectable B+ overall and a strong A for technology, but its D performance rating is a clear warning sign. Ethereum shares a similar B overall with a D performance score, but its tech is a bit weaker at B. All right, let's talk about what's moving right now. Here are 5 tokens getting buzz. 1 BTC Bitcoin rank 1, still king naturally. People see it as safe haven with recent economic news. 2 Ethereum rank 2, the upgrade buzz is real, plus it's the base for so much DeFi activity. 3 Sol Solana rank 3. Fast transactions and lower fees continue to attract developers and users. 4 XRP Ripple rank 4. The SEC case developments are always a catalyst. Positive news moves the price. 5 Dogecoin rank 5. Social media hype and meme culture keep this one going. It's surprisingly resilient. These are all seeing increased volume and interest. Remember to do your own research before making any moves. All right, let's talk new listings. We've got WLFI, 68 cents, rank 3307, $4.1 M volume. HOODOG 3.290 $10, rank 3471, $949 K, DASHFUN 0.0004, rank 5380 $2 K, Baby BFT 0.001, rank 3913, $172 K. And DOGCOIN 1.04 $13, rank 4087, $112 K, all hitting the boards today, all listed 7/16/2025. These appear to be a mix of newer project launches and potential exchange debuts, bringing some fresh, albeit highly speculative, options to the market. This influx signals increased platform activity, giving traders more altcoins to explore, but remember to do your research before diving in. All right, team, seeing some interesting activity on Solana. That Thug Life gang with a perfect 100-100 boost, that screams aggressive marketing, likely a new project trying to gain traction. BLA Cicadu CKRWA BD at 3030 is also fresh, watch for volume. Several others Grok 4 1020, 1010, and 1010 are showing early stage hype. With risk appetite up, these could pop, but always DYOR. Most mentioned ticker on X is MUBARAKAH. Price action is pretty flat, currently trading at 0.00200013. We're seeing a slight dip hour over hour, down 0.17%, but a small gain over the last 24 hours of 0.19%. Volume is pumping at $129.52 million, indicating some serious interest, though the market cap remains relatively low at $2.01 million. No unlock events are currently scheduled. It's a micro cap, so expect volatility. The ticker that is increasing mentions on X is USDC. This dollar stablecoin is showing some upward momentum, jumping 12 spots in mentions. Price is holding steady around $1 with a 24-hour increase of 0.75%. Volume is at $13.05 million, a moderate level. Market cap is $14.19 million. The increase in mentions suggests some renewed interest in stablecoins or potential activity involving USDC. It's a key player in the crypto space, so keep an eye on it. Okay, looking at Hellish, it's currently priced at 0.000004 with a small market cap of 4,331 and liquidity around 8,235.28. The 24-hour volume is quite high at 292,046.86. There are 153 holders, with the top 10 controlling just 3.04% of the supply, which isn't overly concentrated. However, deeper analysis reveals significant red flags. The token's price has fallen considerably over the past 24 hours, down 33.66% from $0.00000653 to its current value, while the circulating and total supply are both 999,030,045.26. The contract audit is deeply concerning. It's not open source, identified as a honeypot, is mintable, uses a proxy, and allows for modifiable slippage. Crucially, the token is blacklisted and flagged as a potential scam. Tax information is undefined. Renunciation status is also undefined. Given these multiple warnings, extreme caution is advised. should be stacking sats like a strategic reserve. Like, should they be treating crypto as digital gold? It's a huge what if scenario, a classic case of short term thinking versus long term holding. This could be a game changer in how nations view crypto, potentially shifting from seeing it as risky speculation to a legitimate asset class. It's a big conversation for sure. We'll be watching this space closely. Most mentioned ticker on X is OIK. Currently trading at 0.05021, we're seeing a slight dip of 0.01% over the last hour. However, it's up 0.08% on the 24-hour chart. Volume is pumping at $361.53 million, and the market cap sits at $10.11 million. Keep an eye on unlock events, though currently there isn't any information available. The ticker that is increasing mentions on X is AIRGO. This one's showing some momentum, jumping 9 spots in mentions. Price is at 0.125, up 0.38% in the last hour, although it's down slightly at 0.09% over the last 24 hours. Volume is at $19.48 million with a market cap of $60.53 million. This could be a breakout play, so watch for confirmation. We're seeing increased chatter, which often precedes price action. All right, team, listen up. Looks like we're seeing some bullish signals for Bitcoin. 21 shares is saying a major correction like a prolonged dip is becoming less and less probable. They're calling it a structural imbalance, which basically means supply is tighter than expected. Think of it like this, not enough BTC available on exchanges to really drive a sustained sell-off. Demand is holding up, and that's keeping a floor under the price. It doesn't mean we won't see volatility, right? We always do, but a big nasty correction? The odds are shrinking according to these guys. So keep your eyes peeled, manage your risk, and be ready to ride this momentum if it continues. It's not a guarantee, but the setup is looking increasingly favorable for the bulls. Don't FOMO, but don't sleep on it either. Here's a market analysis for EDOGE, considering the provided data. The EDOG token is currently priced at 0, with a modest market cap of 9,418 and a liquidity pool of 9,991.07. Trading volume over the last 24 hours reached 31,786.13. The token's price analysis reveals significant variations. The 24-hour price change is down 83.26%, while the 6-hour change is down 24.6% and the 1-hour change is down 6.09%. Token contract data indicates a current price of 2.24E7 against a chain price of 7.09E11. There are 495 holders, with the top 10 controlling 12.56% of the supply. The total supply is 42 billion with a fully diluted valuation of 9,400.19. Audit results are positive, confirming the token is open source, not a honeypot, not mintable, and without a proxy contract. Importantly, the contract has been renounced. There are no buy or sell taxes, and the token is blacklisted. USDC absolutely led the pack in trading volume yesterday, clocking in at over 3.6 billion USD. That's nearly 15 times the volume of the next highest mover. It's not surprising, really. USDC is a stable coin, meaning people use it to move in and out of crypto positions, or simply to park funds without exposure to volatility. Compare that to Bitcoin, which saw around 238,000 USD in volume, a significant difference, and indicative of the current risk-off sentiment in the market. While Bitcoin is the original cryptocurrency, people are prioritizing stability right now, and that's reflected in these numbers. Looking at the WISE ratings, we see Bitcoin has a respectable B+ overall and a strong A for technology. However, its D performance rating is a real red flag. Contrast that with USDC, which doesn't have a rating because it's a stable coin. It's not trying to perform, it's trying to be stable. All right, let's talk about what's buzzing right now. Here are 5 tokens getting attention from traders and communities. 1 BTC Bitcoin rank 1, still king naturally. People see it as safe haven amid economic uncertainty. 2 Ethereum rank 2. The merge is done and folks are watching for increased staking rewards. 3 Sol Solana rank 5. Fast transactions and growing DeFi ecosystem are attracting users. 4 XRP Ripple rank 4. The SEC case developments continue to drive price action. 5 Ada Cardano rank 8. Ongoing development and a dedicated community keep it relevant. These are all established players, but current market sentiment and specific project news are pushing them forward. It's good to keep an eye on these, but remember to do your own research before making any moves. Hey everyone, we've got 5 fresh listings today. First up is WLFI, 70 cents, rank 3305, 4.2 M dollars volume, a new project launch. Then we have HOODOG 3.55 E $10, rank 3469, $951 K volume, and DASHFUN 0.0004, rank 5383, $2 K volume, both also new to the scene. Baby BFT 0.001, rank 3922, $170 K volume, and DOGCOIN 1.05 E $13, rank 4087, $112 K volume, round things out. These additions signal increased platform activity and offer traders diverse, albeit highly speculative opportunities. All right, team, seeing some interesting movement on Solana. 401k is fully boosted, 100 likely aggressive marketing pushing this one. CEME and Wrong, both at 1010, suggest early hype or visibility grabs. Useful and TAKI at 1040 are interesting, keep an eye on volume. Remember, high boosts don't guarantee gains, just increased attention. Most mentioned ticker on X is MUBRAKH. We're seeing a lot of chatter around this one, currently trading at 0.00199967. It's down a touch over the last hour, about 0.07%, and off 0.22% over the last 24 hours. Volume is healthy at $129.36 million with a market cap of $2.01 million. Keep an eye on any potential unlocks, though the next one isn't currently specified. It's showing some consolidation right now. The ticker that is increasing mentions on X is Soft. This one's making a move, jumping 18 spots in mentions. Currently priced at 0.03557, it's down slightly in the last hour, about 0.04%, but zoom out to 24 hours and you're looking at a 4.22% gain. Volume is at $12.4 million, and the market cap sits at $71.3 million. This looks like a potential breakout candidate given the increase in social volume. We might see some momentum build here. The market spent the current week largely bought the dip, showing sustained greed. However, we've seen a cooling trend in the last few days. Sentiment initially ran hot but now appears to be consolidating. We've moved from full steam ahead to a cautious cruise. The shift from neutral early in the week suggests buyers stepped in. This isn't a panic exit, but a sign traders are taking some chips off the table. USDC absolutely led the charge in trading volume yesterday, clocking in at over 3.3 billion USD traded. That's almost 6 times the volume of the next highest, XRP. XRP itself saw a massive 1.5 billion USD in trades, suggesting a lot of activity around potential news or arbitrage opportunities. While both are seeing high volume, the reason is very different. USDC, being a stablecoin, naturally handles a huge amount of flow as traders move in and out of positions or simply park funds. XRP's volume spike feels more speculative, driven by traders trying to capitalize on short-term movements. Looking at the WISE ratings, XRP gets a B overall with a B for tech and a C for performance. That tech rating is decent, indicating a functional blockchain, but the performance score is a clear weak point. And contrast that with USDC, which doesn't have a WISE rating. Because it's a stable coin, it's designed for stability, not performance. Community is currently trading at 0.00043, with a market cap of $429,650 and a 24-hour volume of $8,007,810.09. Liquidity stands at 78,645.06. The circulating supply is approximately 999,996,201.53, and there are 3,157 holders. Top 10 holders control 16.51% of the supply. Token analysis shows price variations over different timeframes. The 5-minute price is 0.000425 with a variation of 1.32%. The 1-hour price is 0.000402 with a variation of 7.15%. The 6-hour price is 0.000927 with a 53.53% variation. And the 24-hour price is 0.000069 with a significant 525% variation. The fully diluted valuation is $430,934.39. Audit results confirm the token is open source, not a honeypot and not mintable, but it utilizes a proxy contract and has renunciation concerns, earning a warning status. Okay, let's break down the newest additions hitting the market. We've got WLFI, 69 cents, rank 3305, 4.2 $M volume. HOODOG 3.5 E $10, rank 3469, $952 K. DASHFUN 0.0004, rank 5392, $2 K. Baby BFT 0.001, rank 3925, $168 K. And DOGCOI 1 E $13. Rank 4091, $112 K, all listed as of yesterday, July 16th. These appear to be mostly new project launches seeking initial exchange visibility. The mix of price points and volume suggests traders are cautiously exploring these lower cap opportunities. All right, team, seeing some interesting activity. That 401k on Solana hitting a perfect 100-100 screams fresh, aggressive marketing. ZIV at 3030 also shows early hype on Solana. Big on abstract with only 1020 feels quieter. A useful is low at 1040. High scores now suggest visibility grabs in this risk on market. Most mentioned ticker on X is OIK. Currently trading at 0.05021, we're seeing a pretty flat 1-hour change of negative 0.01%. However, over the last 24 hours, it's ticked up a slight 0.03%. Volume is robust at $361.49 million, indicating some serious interest, and the market cap sits at $10.11 million. No immediate unlock events are scheduled. The ticker that is increasing mentions on X is Major. This one's showing some momentum, jumping 3 spots in mentions. The price is currently 0.1755, down a hair in the last hour at negative 0.12%. But zoom out to 24 hours and you're looking at a solid 6.38% gain. Volume is at $12.25 million and the market cap is $15 million. It looks like Major is catching some eyes and building a narrative. Keep an eye on this one for potential breakouts. All right, team, listen up. We're seeing a new liquid staking token drop on Solana. This isn't just some random altcoin, though. We've got heavy hitters backing this play: Coinbase, Kraken, Galaxy, all in. That's a strong signal, folks. Basically, this token lets you stake your Solana without locking it up. You get a token representing your stake, and you can trade or use it in DeFi while still earning rewards. It's all about unlocking liquidity. What's really interesting is the demand is building. Liquid Collective is saying institutional money is sniffing around Solana and really wants these liquid staking options. This could be a nice little runner if it catches momentum. Keep your eyes peeled and don't FOMO in, but definitely do your DD. This one's got potential to move the needle. We could see some serious volume on this one. Markets spent the current week largely bought up, showing consistent greed. However, we've seen a cooling trend in the last few days. The shift from neutral early in the week to sustained greed suggests strong conviction. Now, a slight pullback from peak greed implies some profit taking. It's a normal correction within an uptrend, not necessarily a signal to abandon ship. We're still in a bullish phase, but watch for further cooling as a potential sign of a trend change. Okay, here's a market analysis for ROLLSAFE. The current price is 0.000008, with a market cap of around $7,594 and liquidity of $12,171.07. Trading volume is very high at $13,038,599.78 over the last 24 hours. We're seeing about 2,106 holders, with the top 10 controlling 16.36% of the supply. Looking at the token's price history, it's down significantly over the past 24 hours, a drop of around 91%, while hourly and 6-hourly prices show smaller declines of 1.15% and 7.17% respectively. The circulating and total supply are both 999,980,342.52. The fully diluted valuation mirrors the current market cap at $7,596.22. Contract analysis shows it's open source, not a honeypot or mintable, and uses a proxy. There are warning flags related to contract renunciation, but it's not currently flagged as a scam. Tax information is unavailable. Overall, while volume is high, the recent price drop and contract warnings suggest caution is warranted. Okay, let's talk about what's moving right now. Here are 5 tokens getting buzz. 1 Sol Solana rank 5. People are liking its speed and lower fees compared to Ethereum. 2 BTC Bitcoin rank 1. Still the king. ETF approvals are driving a lot of institutional money in. 3 Ethereum rank 2. The foundation for many projects. Anticipation around upgrades is helping. 4 AVAX Avalanche rank 10. Fast transactions and smart contract capabilities are attracting developers. 5 Pepe rank 26. A meme coin that's captured the community's imagination. It's very volatile though. These tokens are all seeing increased interest for different reasons. Bitcoin's ETF is a big deal. Solana and Avalanche are offering alternatives to Ethereum, and sometimes a meme just takes off. Remember to do your own research before investing. All right, let's talk new listings. We've got WLFI 0.699, rank 3304, 4.2 $4.2 volume. HOODOG 3.62 $10, rank 3466, $952 K. DASHFUN 0.000445, rank 5404, $2 K. Baby BFT 0.00108, rank 3925. $168 K and DOGCOIN 1.06 $13, rank 4089, $112 K, all hitting the boards today, likely new project launches driving interest. These additions, especially WLFI with its solid volume, suggest a broadening of available altcoins. Traders should proceed with caution. Many of these are very new, so do your research. It's a mixed bag, but potential for quick gains and losses is definitely there. All right, team, seeing some interesting activity. No companion on Solana and Bro on base, both hitting 10-10 boosts, likely early hype and marketing pushes. Jewish Aura at a massive 30-30 is a standout, definitely watch volume. BIGCOIN on Abstract at 10-20 feels less urgent. With risk appetite up, these boosts suggest quick flips, but DYOR always. The current price of GAC is $0.000012. Its market capitalization stands at $12,058, indicating a relatively small cap coin. Liquidity is healthy at $12,170.29, suggesting decent trading potential. Over the last 24 hours, the trading volume reached $371.96K, showing moderate interest from traders. Overall, GAC appears to be a low market cap token with reasonable liquidity and some trading activity. It's important to consider these factors alongside broader market trends before making any investment decisions. Most mentioned ticker on X is MUBARAKH. Currently trading at 0.0020204, we're seeing minimal movement, up 0.02% in the last hour and 0.03% over 24 hours. Volume is healthy at $129.79 million with a market cap of $2.01 million. Keep an eye on unlock events, though details are currently unavailable. The ticker that is increasing mentions on X is SARM. This one's showing some volatility, down 7.76% in the last hour and a steeper 26.4% drop over the past 24 hours. Volume is at $15.28 million and the market cap stands at $6.65 million. It's jumped 2 spots in mentions, indicating increased chatter, potentially a contrarian play or a developing story. Traders are definitely talking about it, but the price action suggests caution. We're seeing some bearish pressure here. All right, team, listen up. We're looking at a potential long-term play with Bitcoin here. There's a new Bitcoin improvement proposal on the table, basically a roadmap change aiming to future-proof the network against quantum computing. Think of it like this: current encryption is like a basic lock. Quantum computers are the lock picks of the future, potentially cracking it wide open. This BIP is about swapping out those old locks, the signature schemes, for quantum-resistant ones. The timeline we're looking at is out to 2030. It's a phased approach, not a quick fix, which makes sense. We don't want to disrupt the network. It's about proactively mitigating risk, avoiding a total wipeout if quantum computing gets good enough to break current crypto. Essentially, it's about building a stronger foundation for Bitcoin. It's a bit of a slow burn, but it could pay off big time down the line. Keep your eyes peeled. This could be a solid long-term hold. Here's a market analysis based on the provided data. Jet2 currently trades at 0.03709, with a market capitalization of $37,099,550 and a 24-hour volume of $326.01, indicating moderate activity. Liquidity stands at $939,181.18. Regarding the token analysis, the price is 0.000405030333535465928, with a circulating supply of 999,950,991.730851 and a market cap of 4050104855189707. There are 1,577 holders. And the top 10 controls 16.11716451367562, 1% of the supply, which isn't excessively concentrated. Price variations over different timeframes show a 0.587306303193435.6% change in the last 5 minutes, 0.831510431367199.5% in the last hour, a 24.8721014962626222% drop over 6 hours, and a 17.49503290056750% decrease over 24 hours. USDC absolutely led the pack in trading volume yesterday, clocking in at over 3.3 billion USD traded. That's roughly 15 times more than the next highest volume coin. XRP came in second, with a substantial difference, highlighting how USDC serves a very different purpose in the market right now. Alright, let's talk about what's moving right now. Here are 5 tokens getting buzz. 1 BTC Bitcoin rank 1, still the king naturally. Institutional interest and upcoming halving are driving things. 2 Ethereum rank 2. Denkan upgrade is live, lowering fees. That's a big deal for usability. 3 Sol Solana rank 3. Fast transactions and growing DeFi ecosystem. People like speed. 4 ADA Cardano rank 4. Continued development and real-world asset integration are attracting attention. 5 XRP Ripple rank 5. Legal clarity is improving and partnerships are forming. These are the ones people are talking about. Remember to do your own research before making any moves. The market is always changing. Okay, here's a market analysis for AIR3. The current price sits at 0.000444406 USD with a market cap of 431,427, ranking it at 49.30. We're seeing a slight dip today with a 2.13% price decrease and a 2.13% reduction in market cap, totaling a loss of 9,406.48. The 24-hour volume is 4,744.97. Looking at the supply, there are 971,540,481.16 AIR3 in circulation out of a maximum supply of 1 billion. The all-time high for AIR3 was 0.00054046 recorded on June 12th, representing a 17.87% decrease from its peak. Inflation over longer periods is flat with 0% over 360,180 and 90 days, but we see a slight negative trend over the last 30 days at 0.01%. While long-term price gains are impressive at 93.56% over 360,180 and 90 days, the 30-day price change is down 6.45%. Overall, it's a relatively stable coin with some short-term downward pressure. All right, team, listen up. Looks like we had a bit of a standoff in the Republican camp regarding these crypto bills. There was some serious friction, a real tug-of-war happening. A faction was pushing back, wanting a hard line on CBDCs, basically wanting to shut them down completely. But it seems Trump stepped in, played a bit of mediator, and brokered a deal. He's saying he's got most of those dissenting lawmakers on board now. It's a classic move, right? Smooth things over, get everyone aligned. Essentially, they've reached a compromise. We don't have all the details yet, but it looks like the bills are back on track. This could be a big signal for the market, a bit of positive momentum. Keep your eyes peeled. This could be a breakout moment or a quick pump and dump. We need to see how this plays out, but it looks like the bulls might have a little help. Let's watch the volume. The market spent the current week largely bought up, showing consistent greed. However, we've seen a cooling trend in the last few days. This suggests traders are starting to take profits. Earlier in the week, it felt like a runaway rally. Now we're seeing a potential shift toward consolidation. The move from neutral to greed and back toward neutral hints at a possible pullback, but no panic selling yet. It's a cautious, measured retreat.